Stand beside the grave in such a way that your back is towards the Qibla and your face is towards the head of the grave. Then present salutations as mentioned in the hadith in the book Tirmidhi.
Assalamu alaikum ya ahl al-qabur, yaghfirullahu lana wa lakum, antum salafuna wa nahnu bil-afr.
We should also visit the graveyard and see the graves of Muslims because this is a sunnah. It means of remembering the hereafter. It is a means of forgiveness for oneself and it is a cause of benefit for the people of the graves. I had prohibited you from visiting graves, but now you should visit the graves because this is a means of becoming disinclined to the world and it reminds of the hereafter. When anyone passes by a grave of someone who he knew in the world and he gives salam to him, then the deceased recognizes him and replies to his salam. Whoever visits the graves of one or both of his parents every Friday, he will be forgiven and will be recorded as a pious person. Amirul Mu'mineen Sayyidina Umar Farooq Zaman once passed by a graveyard and said, "Peace be upon you, O people of the grave." Meaning the wisdom behind presenting greetings from the side of the grave towards the face, Imam al-Sunnah, Imam Ahmad Raza Khan has said, when visiting the grave, stay in front of the face of the deceased and then advance towards his feet so that you are in front of his sight. Do not approach from the side of the grave towards the head, as this will cause the buried to lift and turn the head for looking up. It is better to place flowers onto a grave because as long as these flowers will remain fresh on the grave, they will keep performing tasbih and the heart of the deceased will stay comforting. Dear Islamic brothers, we have learned that the deceased are pleased at their visits, supplications and isal from relatives and friends, and they wait for those relatives who do not come. The beloved and blessed Prophet said, "The condition of the deceased is like that of a drowning person, in that he anxiously waits for the supplication of his father, mother, brother or friend to reach him. And when the supplication of anyone reaches him, then, according to him, it is better than the world and everything in it." Allah Almighty. Dear Islamic brothers, we have learned that the supplications and isal we carry out reach the deceased Muslims in an extremely beautiful form due to the mercy of Allah. Therefore, we should always continue the practice of isal for our deceased relatives and in fact for all Muslims. Whenever visiting a holy shrine, approach from the feet and advance and stand in front of the face at a distance of at least 4 feet and present greeting in a medium voice in this way.
Assalamu alaikum ya Sayyidi wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Through the Hosea 3 times, Surah Al-Fatiha once, Ayatul Kursi once, Surah Al-Ikhlas 7 times, through the Hosea 7 times, and if time permits, recite Surah Yasin and Surah Al-Mulk as well, and then supplicate in the call of Allah in the following way: "O my Lord, grant me the reward of this recitation according to your generosity, not according to my action, and send it as a gift from me to this accepted person." Do not remain occupied in pointless conversation. Do not kiss the grave or put your hands on it, but rather stand some distance away from the grave. To prostrate to a grave out of respect is haram, and if done with the intention of worship, it is kufr. Imam Ibn Abid Dunya's narrated from Sayyidina Mughira bin Habib that fragrance would emanate from a particular grave. Someone dreamt the one buried in that grave and asked, "What is this fragrance?" The reply was given, "This is the fragrance of reciting the Holy Quran and fasting." If a Muslim passes away in the state that he is in, then those close to him should immediately pay back his debt so that there can be ease in the grave for the deceased. The Prophet of Rahmah has stated, "Without doubt your companion has been stopped at the portal of paradise because of his debts. If you want, you can pay all his debt, and if you want, you can relinquish him to the torment." Dear Islamic brothers, it would be excellent if the Imam or any Islamic brother would make the following announcement. Before the Salat al-Janazah, relatives and friends of the deceased kindly pay close attention. If the deceased is ever hurt your feelings or violated your rights, then please forgive him. The deceased will be benefited and you will also be rewarded. If the deceased owed you any money and you forgive him, you will also be forgiven. After this, the Imam should mention the intention and the method of Salat al-Janazah.
बरस रहा है देख लो ये नूर इल्म और इश्क का, न खाली हाथ तुम रहो